So, when we talk about energy, we are discussing everything from the 0 point and beyond. What is a 0 point, or what does that mean? This is the start, the spark, the collision to reproduce energy externally from the initial creator. Let's say that. So when we're talking about the energy around you, the energy within you, we are discussing and speaking on these specific points, because the layers of energy is what is making up your physical reality. So as much as it feels tangible and real to you, it is only energy. So each item in your home, for example, is made of atoms and made of materials that are constantly vibrating and moving around light for it to manifest into a chair. So energy and those particles are absolutely everywhere around you. Even the building in your home is vibrationally aware of its surroundings. It's not aware as much as you and me are, or as much as an angel would be, but it is significantly more aware than you understand. So energy is alive. It's around you, it's within you, it's particles of light. And how do we measure this light is something we will talk about later, but the light is what sparks the energy. And if we come to a physical aspect, let's talk about the energetic body. So the energetic body is who you are as a energetic imprint, or you may call it a soul imprint. It is your energetic presence, which is what you are incarnated into this human aspect of yourself. So if we can talk about just the essence, that's what we talk about energy. Then you are projected into what you created. Your eye color, your skin color, your hair texture, the way that you talk, your physical nature. And what's so interesting, and we'll give you an example, is that you don't just choose that coming in, you also choose to change that as you go on. So as a child, you can say, I came into this planet to learn something like humility. And then how will that manifest? Because being a professional basketball player. So what do I need to do? I need to be taller, I need to be faster, I need to be stronger. So you're constantly telling your energetic body and your cells how to grow into the manifestation that you want to become. So energy is not just light manifest, it's everything. So inside every cell of your body, which you have trillions of, it's nothing but energy and light. And when we talk about the nucleus and the atoms and all the physicality of it, we can only get to those words and that much transmission because at this time on this planet and in science progression, we have not discovered and been able to prove what is beyond that until very recently, actually. So now you know, and you have an awareness that your cells are actually a black hole. So as we said, energy is light. How can light live in a black hole? Well, how can we ask you this? How can there be light without dark? And how can there be dark without the light? There must be a black hole. And what is inside this black hole? Nothing but infinite, unlimited potential, which is multiplied in your physical body. And it's only available to you through your energetic essence and your soul imprint. So think about the layers upon that. So when you say, what is energy? That's our description of what it is manifest in your physical understanding. But it's just so much more than that. So if you could sit with your energy, if you can sit with your essence, and you can command and demand trillions of cells of nothing but unlimited potential and energetic light, what would that command be? And really go within and start to command and demand yourselves to do the things that is your greatest desire, that is of your most fulfilling joy. and you will see how much your life will change. And then in turn, your physical reality will change. Your body shape will change, your hair color may change, the surroundings of your home will change, because it's only a reflection of what's going on in your energetic body. If your energetic body is capped at living in a 1-bedroom apartment, then guess what? It's only going to reflect a 1-bedroom apartment. So it's a co-creation. You are constantly communicating back and forth with your energetic body, with your collective consciousness of what is manifesting in your life today. That is our definition of energy. So how can you see energy? This is a great question. We would also expand on that, on how can you see your cells? As you look at your hands now, you can't see your cells, but you know they're there. So then you need some resources, some tools, and some education to understand how to even see the cells. So how you can see energy, we would say your energetic imprint or your aura is your light, which is energy. So the people that are trained have the knowledge and the resources to be able to see an aura. It's not that they are special, they just have that information. So everybody is special, by the way. So you can train yourself to be able to see the energy. And then as you do that, you can see the color, you can see light, the hues of light and how it changes, because depending on where your energy and your vibration is at is what your aura is displaying. And it could be a beautiful green and gold, and then some days it could be gray. So how do we, if we can see that energy, we will be able to interpret what's going on in that person's life. And you can see the light and you can see energy in everything that's conscious. So from plants to animals to the vegetables in your fridge have a light. So you can train yourself to see the light or to see energy. When you're talking about how to see energy in terms of maybe angelic energy, alien energy, angelic energy, or people that have passed on and not in physical reality anymore, their physical body is not here, but their energetic essence and their imprint is attached to you because you have a communication relationship to them. So they will come to you in what you feel comfortable enough to understand. So if you feel comfortable enough to understand that you see a butterfly and that represents this angelic presence or this person around you, then recognize that. That's seeing energy. So the measurement of light, we would say, would be this same measurement of expansion. And how do you measure that? You measure it by the collective consciousness expansion. If you want to measure literally a light bolt or an electrical light, you have the watts and you have voltage and you have vibration. You can measure that. But when we are talking about light on a planetary level, light as a collective, light as consciousness, you can only measure that by expansion and growth and vibration. You can feel the measurement. You can feel your own body elevate in light because you don't look the same, you don't think the same thoughts, you're not in the same behavioral patterns, you don't eat the same foods. That's how you would measure light in yourself. And then if you can see collectively, more people are eating those foods, more people are talking about those things, more people are releasing old behavioral patterns and thoughts. That's how you measure growth. That's how you would measure light. For an example, you have on this planet been trying to measure the sun, but you're measuring of heat, not of light. It is not heat that you should be measuring. It is the abundance of light, solar light, which is emitting heat, only manifesting heat on the planet in the way that it's moving. But in its purity, it is source, it is light, same as the moon. So light is not stagnant, it only moves. And the understanding that light is linear is something that we need to mold and change, because it's not that it's linear, it's reflective off of everything. So if you look at it from a larger perspective and you take away the small scale of measurement that you're measuring reflection of light off another thing, and you look at it this way, the room is full of light. So we need to expand that the light is actually a spiral, and the light is circular in a way that so are your cells. Your cells in your body, your sun, your things, everything that is round and circular is reflection of light. So it can only be a spiral. It can only be moving particles. It can only take its own breath from the spiral of movement. And the spiral is, and in its pure essence, is light. So the spiral would mean light in motion, light moving, energy giving.
So with the spiral, does this lead us in the circular nature in which you're talking to? Does this lead the spiral into being the toroidal field?
Correct.
In which we see?
That's exactly right. So when you're talking about a torus field, when you're talking about measuring the Planck and the Platonic things that you guys are measuring, it's all about the spiral. It's all about energy movement. It's all about going around and around and around and back and forth and reflecting each other, because all it's doing is mimicking itself upon itself upon itself upon itself to the most minute scale, which is the here, 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 all around you. So if you are a spiral, and every cell in your body is a spiral, and it's measured in the fact of light, and you have unlimited potential within this physical body, within your energetic body, and everything around you is the same, then what potential is there? Completely untapped potential. And the fact that you have scientific proof of this now within the cells are a black hole and you are a black hole, so is your galaxy, so is your planet, so is everything else, because you are from it, it is from you, it's a reflection. So you are constantly receiving information because you have a dial, a receiver, called your, not only your energetic body, but in your physical body, you have the pineal gland, which is your receiver, which is right at the spiral of your crown. Okay? So it's a receiver. Which frequency and which radio station you are tuned into is where your vibration is at and when your energy is at. And how do you know where your energy is at? What is happening in your life? You know, is it drama after drama after drama? Is it external forces are putting things onto me? Is it debt collectors? Is it gluten intolerance? Is it I can't have a child? Is it happy days every day? What is it? That's how you can see where your receiver and where your energy is at. So when you are receiving energy, you are automatically feeding. It's a two-way street. So you're not just receiving and then downloading and it stays here, because it can't. Light cannot be stagnant. It is constantly going back. So if you go into something like a meditation state and you tune in your receiver to a certain frequency, you are inevitably getting more information and giving more information. So you are kind of tuning your dial to get the best quality of receiving. When you are in meditation, not only are you trying to, be at one with yourself, but you are also giving back to the collective. Because if you are going through something and you're releasing something and you're using a meditation to release, okay, let's use an example of I'm trying to balance my masculine and feminine energy in my physical body. So I'm going to do a meditation to try to balance that. You are receiving the information from Unity Consciousness on the meditation that you should be doing to help to assist with that. You may have angelic assistance as well. Then when you are going back and you are finding the balance between your yin and your yang, and you are finding the balance in all the cells in your body which also have a yin and a yang, and you are trying to balance that out in meditation, you are individually sending that back up as I am now a balanced person, right? So what that does is collectively layers into the unity consciousness or the collective consciousness, so that anybody else that dials into that meditation and wants to do the same thing, it's already done because you've done it. This is what we call communication. So it's not just, to put it very like primary school, I'm talking to you and you're talking back to me. Because as I'm telling you this, you're listening and receiving the information, you're making your own assumptions, you're making your own story of what I'm saying, you're translating it in your own way. My energy is also communicating to you. My light is also communicating to you. Because I could say these words, but if I had an energy and an intention of love and light, you would only receive the words, no matter how harsh they are, in love and light. But if I don't, then you'll be receiving another form of energy. So communication is not just two-way, it's not just speaking, it's light exchange, energy exchange, in the moment exchange. And so if I'm doing that and sending everything up through my receiver into the collective consciousness, it's almost like you will not even have to do that meditation, because collectively that's already balanced. So it's constant exchange, it's constant communication, it's constant co-creation, it's constant. And what you're doing is not only healing and balancing yourself, you're doing it for your past, future, present selves, as well as the collective past, future, present selves. So this is how there has been understandings of it being linear, because you're going past, present, future. You're putting time into this equation where time doesn't exist, because there is only light. And in communication and in exchange, there is no time, right? So the linearity of it, of light, of communication, of two-way street and back and forth, there is no line, there is this. So if there is only this, and it's winding up and winding down and only spiraling in and out, then it makes the understanding a little bit easier to get your head around, to think, okay, so if I'm receiving and communicating and giving and receiving, communicating and giving, I'm receiving, communicating and giving. I'm not just a receiver.
Thank you. Yeah, that's good.
Think of it like, you know, when it was so cool to have like a three-way call, and like, how is this happening? This is amazing. Now think of the expanded version of that is a Zoom chat, where you can have thousands or hundreds of people talking at the same time and communicating at the same time. And not only that, it's now recorded in this moment where it's forever. So that's the expansion of communication manifest in your world today.
And so that is the expansion of communication and where we came from and where we're going. But this is what it already exists, and we're just becoming the reflective mirror.
Correct. Correct.
Fascinating. So this reflective mirror eventually leads to instant communication with each other without having to do this. Because if we're already doing it with unity consciousness, then what stops us from doing it with each other?
Exactly. Exactly. And if it's already in the collective, you already know. That's how you can then, you know, the algorithm that is, let's say, manipulated sometimes, the algorithm is only a reflection of unity consciousness and unity and the collective communication, because it's feeding off of what is the energy and where is your vibration. So are you getting these ads because I'm talking about it and someone's listening to me? Yes. It's called the collective consciousness. They are listening to you. You are getting those ads. But it's a great spot check to be like, where is my vibration? Why all of a sudden am I gardening? Because you need to ground and you need to earth. Even Instagram is telling you this.
So it's beyond just our physical aspects of the communication.
The algorithm is reflecting what is already happening around you energetically, because it can only. reflect. That's all it is. It's just light reflecting light, reflecting light, reflecting light. That's how you can have an idea, and the next day you see it on Amazon. Like, I just thought of that thing. It's because it's in the energy and it's just reflecting your thought from someone else's thought. It's up for grabs for everybody. It's just, what action are you taking? And are you recognizing where your energy is at, or are you denying where your energy really is at?
It's fascinating because when there's so much potentials for talking about potentials, so much potentials of what a world could look like when we all actually accept this information and live in alignment with that.
Yes.
Such a cool place.
Yes. So there are universal laws that were created to expand humanity, the planet, and the collective, because the growth and the expansion of this planet is undoubtedly the growth and expansion of the galaxy. And it is vital and important that this planet and humanity continues to expand in love and in light. So to ensure that you have all of the resources and fundamental exchange program, let's call it, to grow and expand, these laws were created. So you may have heard of the law of one or the law of attraction. So these things are fundamental exchanges that are always and have always been available to you. Now you just know them in the version that you know them now. So the law of potential is coming through now because of where the planet and humanity has expanded its light to, and able now to be able to work with this law. It was not available to you in an accessible way before because there was too much lack and dark, as opposed to a nice balance between that. So now it's available to you, and you have the understanding of how to work with the law of attraction, the law of one, the law of gender, the law of all of these other things. So you can understand that there are those laws, and now add this one in. And the law of potential comes from the understanding of law of attraction and the spiral. Because if you can understand that you can your thoughts attract everything, and your thoughts are so powerful, and you can become a powerful manifester, and you can give as a master, and you can receive unconditionally, you are then ready to start working with the law of potential. The law of potential sits above your energetic and your light body. So if you think about where your crown chakra can go from here to the quantum field, that's where the law of potential is. It's almost like bringing the quantum field to your physical body and copy pasting it into every cell. So every single cell in your body is a reflection of the quantum field. That's what the law of potential is. It's working within the quantum field, but knowing that on a scale of your physical reality, it's right here, right now. So if your cells are a black hole and the quantum field is all nothingness and everythingness at the same time, which is also black hole, then that would equal the law of potential. It is untapped potential to bring you your greatest desires. So you can almost think of it as in constant communication with the quantum field. What do you want to create from there? What is it that you want to get from there? Is it healing? Is it health? Is it a relationship? What is your greatest desire at this very moment? Because you have trillions of opportunities within your physical body without having to go mentally or in a meditation state to the quantum field, because you have it in reflection in your cells right now. What is it that you're commanding from these cells for you to do? The law of potential is the knowing that you are the creator. It's the knowing that you are the commander of this ship. And you are projecting your energy, and your light is projecting into this physical reality, into this body. And why would you not bring with you unlimited potential to create whatever it is that you wanted to create? It's an unlimited knowing and feeling and energy of, I know I'm the creator of this reality around me, of this physical body. I know I have the unlimited support of the planet and the angels and everything that I can see and cannot see. So what am I going to do with this? Everybody can access the law of potential, because it is not biased to anybody. It's just how much light you are holding is how much potential you can access. It's a knowing that you are the creator. That's the way that we could best explain it right now. So if you know that you're the creator, and I know that I can use the law of attraction, now I can use the law of potential to bring me everything that I desire. I'm not just attracting one thing at a time. I'm now tapping into the potential of how my life can unfold. It's a greater level of light. It's a greater level of understanding. It's knowing that I can give and receive and manifest and attract, and give and receive and manifest and attract, and give and receive and manifest and attract, and continue the spiral, continue the light, continue the reflection until the surroundings of me is unlimited potential. What is the greatest desire? And ask yourself, what is limiting me from going for my greatest desire? What is my limitation? If it's money, okay, so in my spiral and in my quadrants, I need $10 million. That's what's my greatest desire right now in this moment, okay? Why is there a number? So there is no numbers in the law of potential, because numbers are limiting. You're putting a ceiling on yourself. So is your greatest desire 10 million, or is your greatest desire to have the feeling of what 10 million is? Or is your greatest desire unlimited funds to live the life I want to live? So you can see the layers. The law of attraction, it's not that it's limiting, it's this and that, this and that. Whereas the law of potential is expansion on all levels and on all aspects. How do we access the law of potential consistently? Well, once you start playing with this, and once you start tapping into the potential of every light that I cross in the car is green. Every time I get in the car, there is no traffic. Every time I do this, segment intend your day and make sure that you're tapping into the unlimited potential each time, you will really start to notice those mundane things of green lights and traffic and grocery shopping and all of this stuff is going to feel like distraction. Because if I am the creator and I am commanding and demanding all of my creation and all of my light, using the law of potential to expand the life that I want to live, of my truest and greatest desire, is my truest and greatest desire to drive anywhere? Is it to go grocery shopping anywhere? Or is it to grow my own? Or is it to fly in the items that I want directly from that country myself? Or is it going to that country and picking the olives from Greece because that's my greatest desire? It's expansion on the life that you're currently living. You love coffee. Wonderful. Have you been to Colombia? Have you been to Africa? Have you been to Uganda? Have you been to anywhere where the coffee brings you so much joy that your desire is, I can't live without this specific coffee. I'm going to go to that place and bring it to me myself. Or I'm going to manifest that place always is available for me. It's expansion on that, and it makes the drive through Starbucks feel okay, but it's not greatness. And this whole thing that not everybody can have a level of greatness and not everybody is a champion is only limitation. Not everybody can be Kobe Bryant. Yeah, they can, because there's reflection and reflection and reflection. And that's why every year there's always a better Kobe Bryant, for example. What imprint did Kobe leave for the next reflection to then take place? What is he co-creating with now from a non-physical aspect? You're always co-creating. You're always tapping into the law of potential, whether you're physical or not. I have no idea why Kobe Bryant just came into this conversation, but his energetic imprint needed to say something, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, talk about unlimited potential. I mean, he for many, he's the epitome of what unlimited potential could be.
Okay, there you go. I don't know that.
Like,
like the Catherine version, I don't really know that.
Yeah.
But I guess his energetic imprint was unlimited potential, because he's so engrossed in, this has never been done before.
Yeah.
So what in your life has never been done before? And are you looking at other people to discover your own unlimited potential? They have a helicopter. Why don't I have a helicopter? Because maybe it's not your greatest desire to have a helicopter, so you're only getting one because they have one. Maybe your greatest desire is to teleport and not even use a helicopter. I don't know, just an example, but it's constant expansion. And it's a perspective of expansion. That's what we would define unlimited potential as. We would say that if you are already working with your spiral, with your light, with the law of attraction, you are already releasing the heaviness of what you felt you should have been, and you're becoming a new person. Just do not be afraid of stepping into the new thing, and do not be afraid of what you can create, because your fear of creation is limiting you in every aspect and reflecting in limitation in every aspect of your life, from the big things to the most minute things. Do not limit yourself and your own beliefs based on the person that you think is a good person or what you should be doing. Really take the time to go within, and then allow the law of potential to unfold for you. It's waiting for you to step into that light and to step into the collective consciousness enough for expansion. Thank you.